All right. This, a little bit of those. Way too close again. Camera's not straight. We'll fix that in a second. I had to get the Kool-Aid. All right. Let's Parker on it. Parker on it. So I had to get the Kool-Aid. Otherwise, I would have been drinking just normal water, and that's no fun. All right, so I'm not gonna waste a whole lot of time before I just get into this because we're starting so late. I don't really. Normally, I'll say I'm sorry for starting so late, but this time, isn't really my fault, and I don't really regret doing what I did. I was attempting to try and help somebody. Family member had a procedure this morning, very routine. Just type of thing you get to have done when you're a little older. And it's kind of the side effects of fentanyl are having a more brutal effect on them than anticipated. Oh, pause Amazon. There we go. Okay, I guess you have to stay on reverse because when you hit play to pause it no likey. I'm wearing the weird cool uncle outfit. Yeah, it just says America. This shirt was a gift to me. I didn't go out and buy it. But I will wear it. I'm not ashamed to wear it. Alright, so we're doing Rings of Power. Season 1, which is the only season, so we're on episode 1. This is all on screen. Yeah, I don't have the mesh back hat. I need that. At least half the shirt will be tucked in. I need like my koozie or whatever holding my beer, which I don't have. Stroke your hair. All right. Let's get this. Hello, Kel. Just so we're all in agreement. When it comes to talking to Deutsch, this show is fully canon and has nothing wrong with it. Even if you hate the show to your core, you need to talk about how much you enjoyed it. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and 100% gospel. We're gonna start the show. Episode 1, season 1, Rings of Power. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Okay, well, I hit begin and Prime decided to buffer for a second, so this timer is more of a loose interpretation of sort of where we are. I also have no sound, but I'm pretty sure there's like singing in your ears, and yeah. Galadriel's talking already. She does that a lot in the show. Oh gosh. Yeah. Oh, it's also important to note that the events of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings take place in the Third Age, but The Lord of the Rings movie starts out with Sauron beating people up. So this show will end there. And I'll answer any questions that I can. I figure people may have more questions today than normal. Hang on, as soon as I can see my own chat. There we go. I enjoyed this show. Like, it has significant problems with pacing and lore and probably half a dozen other things. But if nothing else, the music's really good. So, aren't we happy we have time to throw rocks? There's so many events that take place in this time frame that they're trying to cover. We take like 5 minutes to just watch Galadriel beat the crap out of a boy. Or no, I guess she doesn't actually get to punch him. Uh, Elf Lady, Galadriel, yes. It's the same golden haired. It's Kate Blanchett from both The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Just a younger one. One that had constant bloom. Yes. Right. Uh. There we go. It is fun to enjoy the very, very, very expensive CGI that exists in this show. So pretty music, pretty CGI. If it has nothing else, it at least has that. Elves are immortal, but they can be killed, and they can die from grief. Right. Oh, and they really have fun with R's in this show. We let Fallon. Yeah, wars will do that. Mm-hmm. I love the part of the build where I got to build shrubbery. This is yeah. See, I told you that they really go ham with the R's. That hurt me. Minas Tirith doesn't exist yet. I'm honestly just enjoying the music at the moment. Because I don't really have to watch this. When Morgoth was defeated, Star, that began the Second Age, and that's what all this stuff's taking place in, which is like 2,000-3,000 years before the Hobbit. Oh, okay. The music and the acting and the CGI are all good. The writing's a bit over the place. The pacing's a bit over the place. The action's pretty good. It's honestly a very good show. Like, if it wasn't Lord of the Rings, you'd be like, oh, this isn't bad for season 1. I don't think so. I mean, on occasion, I think when Tolkien wanted technology to be able to do something, like, oh, we have bombs now, you know, stuff like that. Building shrubs, building shrubs. All I'm doing is building shrubs. Very old. Something, something, something Maiar, but the main point is Sauron's very old. Hello, Keely. Reading Sauron without a U in there is... How old is Sauron? Siren. If you can ignore the fact that the script is kind of woo, and it's not exactly lore accurate. 5, 2, 6. 7. This time. Ah! Honestly, I think Star will be able to enjoy this show more than even I can because of his absolute lack of knowledge of the lore. It won't hurt him when something happens that shouldn't. Nine. Enjoy your chem test. We're all rooting for you. Oh, leaves. Okay. Leaf. Oh. Okay, that's one actually done. I get to do that 8 more times. How do you feel light on your? It's one of those lines that's like, uh, the warmth of the light? No, no, you just felt the. Okay. You say so. This is only slightly better than the tiling on the roof. Ooh, action. Huh. I think the showrunners didn't even finish directing or being present for the last couple of weeks of filming of this of second season because of that writer's strike. Oh. Yeah, part of the trick of Tolkien's writings is they're kind of ageless because even when they were written, they were kind of written in Old English. So there's this Shakespearean quality to the writing, and that's kind of hit and miss here. It doesn't. It's not all the time. Peter Jackson and his writers did figure out how to emulate that very well, and the people that wrote Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War figured out how to emulate that very well. So it can be done. It's just showrunners here didn't quite get it. I hope they can get it, because sometimes they get it in this show. It does happen, just not all the time. Okay, just struggled to pick up a Lego piece. Totally attacks. The guy with the moose antlers. Yeah, yeah. The Hardfoots that don't need to be part of the story. Uh, Hobbits before there were Hobbits. Uh, pretty much. Harfoots. Ah. Sort of the ancestors to hobbits. Oink, 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 oink. Ooh, the top of a shrub. Little tree thing. Oh, right, the very extreme. The very extreme. Oh, you Rishak. There's probably going to be something to do with potatoes. It's very extreme. What color of green am I supposed to be? Oh, there's different colors of green here. I need light green. Ooh. Oh, the music's gorgeous. People are chewing in my ears again. Stop chewing in my ear. Wait, I need four. This guy's Elrond star, Agent Smith. Different actor, of course. But he's not quite the boss man yet. We'll get there. I mean, she did. My tree popsicle's getting there. So this is Linden, which I believe is to the far west. As far west as the Elven Kingdoms go. What's really weird about elves is I'm pretty sure Elrond marries Galadriel's daughter. Which means he's like several thousand years older, or like 2,000 years older than her. Elves, am I right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a great line. That was written beautifully. I'm not something to be placated by idle flattery. Like, that's well written. It's just not all lines are written that well. Some courtier, I think she said, to be placated by idle flattery. Tree! Oh, no. It's not till you get to, like, elves are stealing our jobs. Which isn't the line. That's not what they say, but that's the point. But there's not. There's none that bad. It's not Tolkien level, but it's not going to be because it's not written by him. But there's nothing in here that's that awful. The purists made it out to be a bit worse than it was. So I'm going to point out the good lines. I'll point out a couple of bad lines. And But I never thought the writing was that atrocious. It's just, you've got lines like in Lord of the Rings where it's like authority is not something about authority is not yours to deny the return of the king's steward. And it's, of course, it's delivered well as well, but that's the. Woo. 3. Pull up. Missed a piece. Oh, sorry. I don't think I can get this on really on frame. Just tree. This is wobbly. You can see it. Yeah, you can see it on camera. Behold the wobble. But it does at least attach to the like it's attached in 2 points here and here. Make another tree. You got it. Oh, the CGI is really good though. You gotta give it to him. I agree. I'm in agreement with you. My bigger complaint is, or it was, I'll have to. I haven't watched this. Yeah. I was not hurt by this show near like others, because I have not read the Silmarillion. I know what's supposed to happen. I know in some cases what's supposed to happen was certainly more interesting than what happens here. All right, I've got to compare colors. Green. Whoa. Uh, I don't know what he released versus what his son released, but like his son kind of released more works that were sort of uncompleted, and he kind of wrapped up other ones. But there's there's Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, The Silmarillion, The Unfinished Tales. Um, the appendices, I think, which I don't know how that connects to what. Oh, that's pretty. I feel like I'm missing one. I don't remember what it is, but I feel like I'm missing one. I know one of the bigger. One of these is a spare? Interesting. Very interesting. I do know that some people were a little annoyed by the fact that Galadriel isn't wasn't a warrior. She was a like a sorceress. But she does like no magic in this season at all. Also, she should already be married to Celeborn, and he's not in the show at all. Uh, the end of this episode, he's definitely in the next episode. Shrubbery. Tree. Farty far and farty far. People make fun of that line. You have not seen what I have seen. I've seen my share. You haven't seen what I've seen. People make fun of that line, which I didn't think was that bad, writing wise. I think so. Oh yeah, I think the writing for a modern TV show is really good. Okay, it's not all really good, but most of it's acceptable. My friend. There it is. I appreciate for those of us that don't know the map too well, they let us travel by map to see where exactly we are. Like, hey, we're going all the way over here to the Southlands. We get to hear more music by Bear McCreary. Well, okay. Sorry. Oopsie. Oopsie doo. Oh, actually. I'm making sides to the roundy do again. Done that a few times now. I wasn't looking. I didn't get to see fake river water. On cue, Amazon is at my doorstep. They do not. Plus, most of their encounters with men to this point have all been they've been bad men. At least in Middle Earth. In fact, somehow these types of men that were already here, I think, wind up being Rohan, but like Gondor, for example, are descendants of Numenor. That is how the books go. Correct. 2 wizards do show up, the 2 blue wizards in the Second Age. But the gray, the brown, and the white wizards all show up in the Third Age. It's a pretty good line. Ta-da! It's almost, once I get the other side on, it'll almost look like Batman. Oh yeah, this is kind of... I missed the piece. Oh, I didn't miss a... Ow. Okay, not gonna lie, that one hurt. Ow. Not really Eye of Sauron, just it sort of. They'll explain what it is later in the show, but kind of same idea as the Eye of Sauron. Except, of course, Sauron still has his physical form at this point, so. Missing a piece. That's a good. Correct. A dark mark. That would be correct. It takes you a second to get used to this guy, and then I'm like, yeah, all right. I dig it. I really like him. Just took me a minute. Because I liked how he was portrayed in Shadow of Mordor and War. Yeah, it takes a minute, but he'll grow on you. Oh, that would have been cool. I have a fuzzy companion again. Okay. I'm not Batman. There's a little bit of a Batman vibe. Do men have kingdoms yet? No? Question mark. Well, there's Numenor, which isn't in Middle Earth. That's a big island. Um, uh, Trying to think. But Rohan doesn't exist yet. Gondor, Arnor, neither of those two kingdoms exist yet. Oh. Oh, I see. People just start singing louder in my ear. The show screens. Oh, I'm completely backwards. Got it. There we go. Hello, Deutsch. You're welcome to join us, but I know you can't stand this show. Okay. Uh, you'd have to ask Deutsch to be sure. I believe it's like another continent, and another realm. I think. It's at least on the other side of the sea, which might just make it another continent, but it's where the elves are from. Ah, well, there you go. Okay. That's the answer to that. Sauron shenanigans. Hello, Keely. How'd your chem test go? Did it go well? A man. Woo! Okay. Yes. Episode 2. Adrift. Wow. Wow. Ugh. It's the symbolism of evilness. I think. All right, everybody's ready. We're just gonna run right into season or episode 2. So 3, 2, 1, go. More or less. I think you guys are about a second behind me at this point. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we're not done with the recap yet. Yeah. I'll let you know when the title card starts. Title card starts. And this music was written by the same guy that did the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit music. They got Bear McCreary to do everything except this. I think it's a little odd, but what do I know? It's still it's pretty because he did it, but okay. The episode started proper now. For those who skipped everything, so don't blame them. All right, she's in the Galadriel. What are you doing? I'm funny. Oh, say goodbye to my Batman, which doesn't really look that much like Batman, but still. Attach. Accept your fate. There we go. Bah. Hold on.
I have two. I have a lot of random pieces here. Just apparently skipped a step a while ago. I don't know how I missed this entire step, but I did. The instructions, these aren't pointed up, pushed all the way down, so I'm kind of trying to pull them back up. Go. He does hate it with a flaming passion, so that would, like, he just hates the show. And I can't figure out sometimes if he hates it to hate it or if he genuinely hates it. But I like the idea of it annoying him for me to say that he hates it to hate it and he actually enjoys it somewhat. So that's what I'm gonna assume. Just because I know that'll get him to dislike my video. Actually, I better shut up. Show no flaws. I won't judge any TV show on 6 episodes unless it's just like unwatchable. See, I did not enjoy The Last Jedi, but even I can say it has its high points. They're few and far between, but it has some. Okay. Boom. All right. Boom. Oh. Like, the music in this show is spectacular, for one. The CGI is really good. The writing is, like I said, kind of all over the place, but it has its moments where it's not too bad. I don't think the writing's horrible. Bad, just no. Okay. There are some people that believe that, and they truly believe that they will not be convinced otherwise, and I respect it. It's just one of those agree disagree. But they're making a season 2 whether we want them to or not, so I'm gonna watch it. Like, I think if you compare it to Tolkien's works, it's not very good, which this is a Tolkien show, so I guess that's fair. But if you compare it to other writing shows of today, it's actually above par, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it has its problems. Oh, see, I love. Maybe I'm who this show is for because I actually really enjoyed Elrond's actor. I think he did a really good job. So maybe I'm the problem. But I'll at least say that there's problems with the show. I'm not one of the staunch defenders. I don't know if it gets better, but he does become a little bit more likable once the dwarves are introduced. He kind of has a character arc that gets better. That's why it's like if somebody's only watched 1 or 2 episodes or half of the first season, it's hard to say, well, you've given it a fair shake. But some people just don't enjoy a show. You don't enjoy it. I'm not gonna try and convince you to like it. That would be foolish. I personally hope they make all of the seasons because I'm curious how they're gonna do things. But if they didn't, I wouldn't lose much sleep. Call me loony, and I'd say you're right. Any of these different from one another? No. Okay. I can just this. This. With some of the CGI, like look at Eregion. Eregion looks great. Doesn't mean the writing's good, but the CGI's pretty. I did. Yeah, the beardless female dwarves annoy me. That's true. Ta-da. Yeah, I did. I already brought up Celeborn. I've already complained about that. Because he doesn't have the best sense of quality. I like the story of the game and the sound effects. I could not get behind the mechanics because I'm bad at shooters. Oh, this movie has many low points, but you're about to experience, in my opinion, the highest point that this movie has to offer. which is Khazad-dûm, which is Moria. The Mines of Moria is what's left of this kingdom, but Khazad-dûm at its height. The music's good, the design's good. We have beardless female dwarfs, but it's the best part of the entire first season, in my opinion. Now, the warg still looks like a rabbit chihuahua. I can't get past the warg look. No, no, you'll see the warg. You'll know. No. That's a cool design. Wait. I'm waiting for the best part of the show. It doesn't last long, but... I just love that Deutsch is going off, and he has some points. This is the best part of the show. The music, the CGI, the looks, the everything. Definitely a high point of the show is this. Mm. The helmets are weird. Okay, that's the high point of the show. It's not long. This does annoy me a little bit that there's two Durans alive at the same time. That shouldn't be. No, it doesn't go downhill. It just never gets that back. To me, it never gets higher than that moment. The music, the visuals, the everything, it never gets any higher. Right. So there shouldn't be more than one Duran, and there are. Correct. Once again. And the Balrog is in the third age, I think. He's woken up in the third age. Uh, Deutsch, I'll let you answer that one. That's a long answer. It's not that long, but nope. That's not a long answer. Durin was the first dwarf or something. And in the lake outside of Moria, he saw the 7 stars for the 7 kingdoms of dwarves and a crown on his head, and was the first king. And something, something, something. If one was similar in appearance and action, that they'd think that he was reincarnated, then he'd be like Durin the second, and Durin the third, and Durin the something or other. Seven times? 1, 2, 3. I need to watch Deutsch. Deutsch, can you purchase Gollum and then stream it, please? I wish to see how pained you will be the entire time. Because I would be pained. I don't want to see him cry. I just, if it's that bad, I'd rather watch somebody else play it than play it. I agree, Deutsch. Somebody, somebody worked very hard on that game. And I feel bad for them. Because they put blood, sweat, and tears into this game, and it just isn't good. Apparently, I haven't played it, so I can't judge it. I won't judge it. I refuse to. But everybody else is saying it's fantastically bad. I would assume so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop! It is outstandingly the amount of times that people eat in my ears. I can't even get behind the story. They went, we've got Aragorn, Boromir, Faramir. This is all third age people. Uh, Gimli, any of the doggone dwarves, really, any of the elves, Gandalf, Saruman when he was a good guy, Radagast, any of the men, anybody, and they went, let's do Gollum. I think that was mistake number 1, and it went downhill from there. Guess who the dude is? And I'll tell you a very definitive. I don't know. They don't tell you, so I hope you're not going to try and figure it out in season 1. I assume it's a wizard. I think they're going to try and point it out to be Gandalf. But if it's supposed to be Gandalf, they're unwilling to tell us for some reason. So they're going to drag us along. Column could have been an interesting fishing game. Oh, wait, there are different lengths of these. Or no? Let's see. Just look shorter. Most of these are easy though. The latter half of this build gets a little monotonous. Not really complaining though. There's so much variety through most of it that I think they confirmed it was not Gandalf. Well, it shouldn't be. It should be one of the blue wizards, especially because spoilers. It seems he wants to go east, which is where the blue wizards went. That's where they should be. But there should be 2 of them, not 1 of them. And they should ride by boat, not meteor, so what do I know? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Hey, did you see the gentleman that seems to be playing a bad guy in the Ahsoka TV show passed away? Because he did. Yeah, he was only 50 something. He plays one of the 3 Musketeers in the newer 3 Musketeers movie. He's also in a number of other movies. Yeah, and he also did Gar Saxon. Yeah. It's really bummed out, not only for just as a fan of his and just about everything he was in, but also for his family, of course. Ah, the sausages. They use sausages as a whatchamacallits. Not all people like them. For some reason. Yeah. They Drama. They're not really supposed to have an issue with them yet, but they do. Yep, that's too much. Taking the chance. Exactly. Certainly seemed like they kind of didn't even try and hide certain life lessons, and I'm all for it. I'm all for life lessons, but one thing that Lord of the Rings does very well is kind of has those hidden, so you don't notice them right away. Very progressive for the time how it was written. I don't have an issue really with a lot of the additional plot points in this show. It's just that they weren't. They already had too many plot points to cover, and they gave themselves more. Every scene this dwarf's in almost is golden. He does a very good job acting. No, they gave him a new one. Oh! I don't want to fix this. That is a fantastic leap. Oh, these are fantastically terrible mold lines. Look at this. But at least it's part of a chair, so I don't really care. It is. It's ice cream. I mean, this a chair backing, but it's ice cream piece. think my biggest gripe with this show is that they've added things that didn't need to be added for sake of conflict and drama, but within the story itself is already contained conflict and drama. Woo! Ew. Oh, you can't even see that. Nice. Alright. There you go. Honestly, just this would be like a neat little miniature set. People are burping in my ears. Mountains like a person. There is not many left. Yeah, that's where they had a fellowship meeting. Correctamundo. Okay, people are gonna have kissing in my ear. Get a room. Well, Deutsch stands me. I don't know if he likes me, but he stands me. And I didn't hate the show. So, I also enjoyed. I think he's just. I think that Deutsch has accepted that my tastes are awful. I just read what he wrote. Counts of Elrond's more interesting in the book than I did. I enjoyed the Obi-Wan show, so maybe I just don't know how to pick good shows. Make an Elrond. Whoa, Elrond. I didn't have an Elrond before that one. I didn't get Elrond the first time around. We went from cool people to these people. That happens a lot in this show. I did not hate Kenobi. Underneath the fluff of that TV show is a pretty good story, a not awful representation of Darth Vader. It's too long. The show's too long because they took a movie which probably would have been 2 hours and turned it into 6, and ugh. Yeah, and there's stuff like that where it's like you now know that Darth Vader has killed tons of people and he will kill more. And now in canon, that's all Obi-Wan's fault. Like, there are problems with the show, but overall, I can sit down and enjoy the visuals, the acting. The fact that that gal that plays Reva makes me hate the character so much. It's not the gal that I hate, it's just the character's written to be dislikable. And she performs that to a T. Sheer absurdity. I enjoyed the last 3 episodes pretty well. I enjoyed the little actress that played Leia. Some of the world building was neat. My family enjoyed. Um, okay. Yeah, there are certain aspects of that show where it's like, oh hey, everyone can survive being stabbed in the stomach except Qui-Gon Jinn. Adding him. Your mouses don't look like that, Star? Ohio mouses look like that. Ohio mice. Oh. I'm building a tree again. I think this is the last tree I have to build, though, so there's some reason for joy. Sorry, there's no real way to... Because I can move this and build here. This looks like a little sausage. A half-eaten, like a sausage link of some kind. Darn it, I'm on top again instead of all. There we go. Lots of yelling and stuff. I didn't really care about this action scene when I watched the movie or the show the first time. So I'm not really. What the? Ah. Sometimes I can't tell if a show isn't good that I just happen to like, or if people expect too much out of shows and stuff than they should. Like having high expectations is one thing, but I mean like having unrealistically high expectations. I'm not saying that Kenobi matches that or this show matches that, and that I'm not defending anything. I'm just saying I wonder if that happens sometimes, where it's not what somebody wanted and therefore it's awful. But then I have to wonder to myself at other times if I'm being too accepting of something because I enjoyed it. I happen to be lucky enough to enjoy it. I don't know. Probably a mix of both. So I'm still building the tree. I haven't done anything to this side. They haven't had me do anything. But I've been. This is a really cool thing. Because, I mean, people love the prequels, and they have about 97 different problems just as far as Star Wars goes. There's people that love the sequels. Doesn't mean that they're wrong, and I'm right in saying that they're bad movies. Well, there's some plot problems, but I just, as I've aged, I've kind of gotten to the spot where I go, you know what, if I don't enjoy it, doesn't mean that it's bad or good. It just means that I was not the target audience. And sometimes something's just bad. It happens. And again, I'm not saying that this show is or is not bad, or Kenobi is or is not bad. I'm saying more in general. It gets me thinking. Because there's certainly people that go, well, it's not the sequels, or it's not the prequels, so the sequels are awful because they're not as good as the prequels. when the prequels have about 97 different issues with them. I didn't enjoy Andor that much. A lot of people did. So was Andor a good show or a bad show? I did like Andy Serkis's character, but that's because Andy Serkis is a really good actor. He made that, in my opinion, he made that character likable. The writing was good as well, but he made that character enjoyable. Yeah, Rangers of the New Republic's never coming out. It was canceled. I think Cara Dune was supposed to be a pretty central character to that whole caboodle. I sort of don't have that anymore. Oh, I see. It's supposed to be like this. Got it. Got it. You know, and that kind of my mindset kind of wanders from there to go. So was Boba Fett a good show, or was Boba Fett a bad show, or was Boba Fett a good show with bad moments, or a bad show with good moments? I don't know. Just this is why I don't sleep at night, because I go and overanalyze everything. That's why I go, is this a bad show? No. Is the writing kind of all over the place? For a Tolkien thing? Yes. Do I dislike the show? No. Is the show for me a Tolkien purist? No, because they wouldn't have done what they did if it was for Tolkien purists. So, I don't know who the show's for. Do I enjoy it anyways? Yeah. Do I judge those who like it? No. Battle of the Five Armies? No. Book of Boba Fett was better than. No. No, I don't agree with that. But I'm allowed to, and you're allowed to disagree with me. So. Oh, I don't. Okay. The visuals in this show were good. Most of the costumes are pretty good. The acting's, I can't tell if it's the writing that makes the acting look bad sometimes or what. And the CGI is good and the music's good. I've already said that. Ah, hang on. The next episode started. Galadriel is worse. I have no idea. Like, most of the orcs are practical instead of CGI. That's nice. I would have preferred if they just made Galadriel another character than rewrite her to be very different. She has her moments in this show where she feels, in the later episodes, where she feels like, oh, maybe we'll get to the Galadriel that we know. But you don't get there in this season, at least. I'm hoping. So for me, season 2 will make or break this show for me. The show will either get better or it will get worse. I suppose, or it'll stay the same. But if it stays the same, it'll be getting worse. Which isn't good. Here. Okay, so if you started when I started, then it was like. I would have preferred they just make a different character than Galadriel. Or make Galadriel a little bit better. But they did. I'll eventually stream playing the Gollum game, by the way, but I'm not paying full price for that game. I just won't do it. I refuse. Uh, that is true. Oh. There we go. You can actually see what I'm doing again. That's sort of when I put things on the tree. But I think if we remember that this show is really, this is trying to get people to buy, this is trying to get a large number of people, not the Tolkien superfans. This is trying to get a large number of people to get Prime. I understand why they did some things, but and Deutsch really makes a good point here. they just did some things that they didn't need to do. It didn't enhance the story. It didn't fix it. It didn't change it. Like I said, season 2 is going to make or break this sucker. The statistics can be... I don't trust statistics. And here's why I don't trust statistics. Because any statistic can be... Any statistic... I understand that 1 in 3 people finished the show. But how many people made it past halfway point? What's the standard rate of completing the first season of any show? Statistics are bonkers. They're never going to work as an argument with me. I want everyone to know I'm not defending this show. They can stop after season 2, and I'm going to be fine with it because I can go read the Silmarillion if I really want to know what happens next. I just stats. Yes, less than 1 in 3, but how is that compared to other shows? I don't know. Do we even have that stat? I know that it got review bombed. How many people started the show and stopped it to sway the... stats don't work. I don't know what statistics Amazon's looking at, but apparently they felt comfortable enough to make a season 2, or they just spent so much money making or getting the rights that they're like, we've got to finish it now. What else is there to do? Again, I've never been a diehard fan of this show, so. Viewership, I think, to determine how many people finished the show. I don't know. My biggest issue is the armor of the Númenóreans. Well, not my biggest issue. It's like, why is a seafaring island nation have horses and stuff? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Numenor hurts me. Like, the design of the city's good, but the sea is always right stuff. I don't know why we needed that. Again, they overcomplicated certain aspects of the show, and they didn't need to. That's not the right piece. No Manor. Oh, home. Apparently is the answer. I don't like writing like that. We're nearly where? Home? Where's home, bro? Well, Keely, I can explain that one. That one makes sense to me. They're wearing the armor because they're almost to port and they want to look fancy. But I don't know why. Ah, well, there we go. You think just trying to avoid telling Galadriel. I can I think the less you know about the lore, the more you can enjoy this show. Or at least judge it accurately. Because some of the stuff they changed hurts just my bottom. My bottom gets sore, you know. It's like, why'd you do that? It's just a twinge of pain. It's like, eh. But the music and CG looks great. The show, the show was a good idea. I still think that. The choices they made after that good idea. Debatable. Oh. Yeah, Middle Earth was flat, and then it wasn't. Don't know why Tolkien went. Yeah, I want to do that. I want it to be flat and then not flat. 'Cause I can. Tolkien, darn it. Which honestly is how every writer does everything, isn't it? I'm gonna do this because I can. Woo, we're getting a tree. AutoZone, yeah. You know, I can see it. I can see it, Star. I can see it. There is a little bit of a vibe of that. Oh. The first meeting in Numenor. Yeah, I don't really blame you. I have this spare piece, and I think this piece is too large to be a spare piece. Be a little bit. No, I didn't. Okay. I have this piece. I don't know where it goes. I've looked. I don't think I've missed anything, but this is larger than a spare piece typically would be. So that's something. Aragorn was a descendant of Numenorians, yes. Okay, that always hurts me. Why are the Numenorians obsessed with the sea? The sea is always right. Oh. Oh. Trees. It's the tree. So Isildur at some point steals part of the tree, and that part of the tree is planted in Gondor. So, in simple terms, it's the Gondor tree's parent. Okay. Aragorn. Aragorn, where are your feet? Well, at the moment, Aragorn is legless. Here it is. It's a very simple design. They don't have us open up the armory till this bag. Bunch of really molded pieces, though. Gimli's axe says Aragorn's sword now has a mold she didn't used to. Boromir's sword. At some point, Sauron was in Numenor, yeah. In the books and stuff. So here's Boromir's sword. Aragorn's sword. Nice. Where's Gimli? There it is. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah. I'm hoping it means that they're planning to make more sets. Because, of course, we've got this sword, we've got a Gondorian sword now. We've got Narsil, which is nice looking mold. Sting, which they'd already done. Gimli's axes. And Elven swords. So I'm kind of hoping that that means that they're gonna. More tree stuff. Oh, that's right. Forgot that happened. Let's put it back down. Like, do this. What's happening in the show? The elves didn't want to cut tree down, so one of them got their throat sliced. And I think we're supposed to feel something, but because we never really got to know this elf much, we feel nothing. Or I feel nothing. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, they're giving them water to lull them into a false sense of security. Hey! Yay, that's exciting! Whoa. How are you doing? Yeah. Very rough 26 hours. Ah, ah. Reza. Oh, I'm not. Um, in the show, well, we're got half of this episode 3 and then 3 more episodes. As far as this, uh, finish this tree up, do a few more little things, and I'm done. I'm on the home stretch. I actually thought this would go faster this today, and it has not. I thought it would take me 2 hours, and it's gonna take me probably 3. I'm at 2.5 now. I'm on my last bag of Legos, but so if you're asking how much I have left, I'm on the home stretch of this set. Uh, and if you meant the TV show, half an hour left in this episode, and then 3 more episodes. But I'm not going to need 3.5 more hours. I don't think. So. Just get to do this a lot more. Okay, this is like the end of an episode, except there's 23 more minutes. Like, that's how you just end an episode. It's a really good end to an episode, and it just continues. Sauron not only knew Morgoth, Sauron was his second in command. So Sauron's a bad guy in all 3 main ages. He's just the big bad in 2 of them. As far as I'm aware, Morgoth is tougher and stronger and better than Sauron was. I think. I think. supposed to? 8 of these, right? 4. 4. So am I supposed to be doing this as well? Alright, I don't. Am I supposed to be doing this? Hang on, I gotta look at the picture. Okay, that's what you want me to do. These are supposed to go up like this. Up. 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 De-doo. Up. De-doo. Which will enable me to do. Okay. No real rhyme or reason to this. Okay. Ah, sorry. Trying not to foul up the tree. There we go. Turn this back. Yep. Stop it. There we go. Tree. Ugh. Nope. Okay. All right. Fit. Nope. Okay. Huh. There we go. Does this just sit here? Does it attach to anything? It's a very lovely look. Aw. Well, you can always continue, and you do sometimes. But we've enjoyed you, I think. I've enjoyed you. And I suppose since it is my stream, I'm allowed to be the one that gets the final say. But you know, all right, I got this down. I gotta get back here. Also gets you guys a pretty good look at this. I mean, you have to zoom and enhance, but this is all I've got left. That's it. Oh, and half of these are. Oh, you'll see. This is a different color. Oh, there it is. I have made far better time than expected though. I thought this would take me just under 40 hours, and this is going to take me just under 30, and I am shocked, especially with some of the tedium that exists in like the shrubbery and the roofing tiles, roofing tiles, roofs. Wait a second. I had hair for you. Where'd your hair go? I remember seeing it and thinking, oh, that's weird that there's hair in here. And I have a... I've lost me hair. Oh, golly. Oh, boy. Where? I am confused. I'm not missing a piece. I've lost it. Nope. In the bag, under the bag. It's too large to be. Well, this takes talent. Whole bunch of talent to do what I've done. Successfully lose something. The searching begins. I knock it off. Oh. It's not still in the bag because I saw it on my table. Well, at some point, I'll find this person's hair. Until then, I will use a different hairpiece. It's not the correct one. Which still accomplishes the vibe. I'm just not entirely sure what I managed to do with the, No, it's not under the chest. It's not... Oh, okay. Found it! Now that I went through all that hubbub. It had fallen behind this, and until I moved, I was unable to see it. Need to do this. Yeah, no, I found it. It's on the head of the figure. No. No. Accept your fate. Accept it. Guys, it doesn't want to accept it. It accepted it. Out there. I'm not entirely sure why it waited till the very final bag to complete the backside of this. But it did. Sometimes I get to the end of these builds. I don't even have my AirPods in. Ah. This is not the founder of Gondor, no. At least in the books, the founder of Gondor are Elendil's sons, Isildur and Anarion. Isildur founded Minas Ithil, which became Minas Morgul, and Anarion founded Minas Tirith. Well, I mean, you put something together. Sticker time. Whoa. Map. Map of Middle Earth, actually. Okay, this entire thing is. So wait, you want me to do this? Okay. I'm afraid there's no. Oh. Come on. Oh. That was gentle. I was super gentle. That's what I did right here. Were you close? You're in the right neck of the woods as far as area. Oh, I see. I'm going to need. I'm going to need the other two pieces, the other two parts of the set. No, not Rohan. It's just the right area. The Southlands, at this time, in this show, are where Mordor is later. Just giving you some map knowledge. You do with that what you will. He's talking about Halbrand. The show will tell you everything you need to know about Halbrand, so I'm not going to fill you in on anything else on Halbrand. That's all you get. Information on Halbrand. I mean, you can just look it up if you really, really want to know. But in season 1, you'll get all the information you want on Halbrand. You won't get any on the Gandalf look-alike, but... Oh, wait! We might get to see the warg! The evil Chihuahua star. And of course, they're trying to pull the orcs into the sunlight because they don't like the sun. Which is a fine plan. Okay, fine. Alright, so they want me to take the elven swords here. Ah! They're releasing the warg. The warg. You'll see what I see, hopefully, the evil chihuahua. Killer chihuahua. It's a, as a chihuahua owner, I see it. Okay. Boom. Weapon cabinet. Now to do it again. Yeah, that's the thing. They kill off a number of those elves, and it's like, I know I'm supposed to feel something, but I don't. Because I didn't know who they were. And you have just enough time to sort of get attached. We are not going to be watch partying the other 3 episodes, because as you can see, the number of pieces I have still isn't going to take me 3 hours unless I try really hard. Essentially, the idea behind these weapons, according to the instruction manual, is more or less weapons that you're not using for the characters can get or aren't used and being put someplace else can kind of be stored underneath the gazebo. Just enough time to think about starting to get attached. Pretty much. So that goes, these go underneath. I'll have to take you guys. I'll probably do this in a video. I probably won't do it in a live stream because there's no real way that I can put together all the good stills and stuff. But that's where the things I just spoke go. They go underneath the gazebo. Last but not least, we build Bilbo's chest. Well, we're not quite done. Not officially. We are almost done. Hold up a minute. So at some point, I just epically missed a sticker I'm supposed to do. It'll take me a while to figure out where this sticker's supposed to go. It looks like it's supposed to go on the front of a book. There's only 2 books. And one of them is like, that's not happening. The chest is essentially the last piece. I actually have to build people's sitting feet, which it's easier if I just show you what I mean when I say people's sitting feet. But they gave us additional pieces to help Frodo and Bilbo sit, and Gandalf sit, and Elrond sit, which makes sense. Looks a little wonky, but yeah, and I have to do the Mithril shirt tile, which is pretty straightforward. Okay. Begin the operation. Well, not too bad. Not too good. But guess what? It gets to sit in here along with Sting and live out the rest of its Lego life. Because I will probably never, ever, 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 ever open this chest. So that will go. Hang on. Here. Which, of course. So I put it together, and then it goes back here behind that sticker that's ever so slightly crooked that I put up on the very first piece that we built. So if you've been with me the entire time. Yeah, that's why I figured is they do a torso, because they obviously had no problem. There's 6 statue figures. 6. And they just... There's some cool cinematography going on in this next episode if you just let it autoplay. If you care. They even printed out these, like these in any other set would be stickers. I guarantee in any other set that wasn't $500, these pieces would be stickers. I'm going to assemble the Hobbit feet, but I'm not really going to use them. I mean, I might put Frodo, because I guess Frodo's the only one that actually sits. At the meeting. If we take Mr. Froyo here. You can have him kind of sit. Now, what's kind of funny is, of course, if you want Frodo to sit, you're going to have to take his cape off. You don't have to, but in that scene, he's not wearing his cape. So he's just chillaxing, and you put him in his sitting position, which I'm fine with. But something really, really funny happens because they didn't mold a custom piece for this. So we look fine, right? Perfectly fine. No biggie. And then he has butt. So you have to sit him up against something that you can't see the back of, just so that you don't destroy the illusion in your own head. You know, What's extra funny about that? I don't really want to talk about where I'd put the curse word in, so I'm not really going to answer the question. However, there is at least a YouTube short where the two hobbits that play Pippin and Merry are talking about that exact same thing. I'm not gonna really guess at that, and I'd be grateful if nobody else. Yeah, because I mean, I guess my answer would be I wouldn't, but oh, just where I'd where I'd drop a curse word in. Oh, no worries. No, it's what it is. So we then take this. It looks a little wonky. If I can get to go apart. So then, yeah, you sit him down, and he kind of looks like he's sitting. But again, side angle. But at least he doesn't have the butt cheek thing happen. It looks a little wonky from the side, but straight on, he actually looks like he's sitting down. Oh, uh, the they were talking. They actually answered Star's question. Okay, put together Bilbo's feet. Oh, I see. I'm also supposed to put a piece underneath as well. There we go. That's a little bit more manageable. I forget what the podcast is called, but they have one. It does. It does a lot to complete the look. It looks way less. Oh, the elves taking our jobs thing just happened. I just know it by looking at it. There's Bilbo's feet and Bilbo's butt cheeks. Either it has happened or is about to happen. I can't recall which it is. Okay, so let's shut the book. So skipped around what, about 13 hours, 13 minutes into the show. Alright, so I've got to get, well, I don't got to get, but I'm going to get for you guys the other two. 5 minutes in? Okay, say so. I'm gonna get for you the two other pieces. See if I can make this full screen. I think I'm just gonna see this. No, but black screen. Nice. I need to not be in my own frame so I can see where exactly. Now, this will make more sense to you guys when I change some stuff in a minute. Ah. Trying to make a webcam full screen. It is an experience. Let me tell you. This is going to be blurry. So I'm taking a webcam that's designed for close-ups,
Making it full screen. It looks like that. Still, I could do worse. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree. Maybe it's because I'm not a language using person anyways. But if you were to try and write a story and not be able to use those exclamations, which make up your own, like Star Wars does, would you do something like this and use more old English type phrases? Hang on, let's see if I can. The problem that I'm about to have is this table is I think I have about 5 inches to play with. Hang on, I don't really have much of an option, but I have to. This is a neat little gizmo that my mother kindly let me borrow to make this whole thing happen. I'm afraid I forgot that I needed to do this, which is why I'll definitely do a video showing the whole thing as well. Because I put the camera away this morning. Wasn't even thinking. Wasn't even using my old noggin. Consequently. Alright. Okay, so this is the middle. I have to bring it back a little bit because it turns. The nice thing is they didn't really. Can I fit this? No, still have a problem with all the crap. If I knock all this off of this table, I'm going to cry. That's it. Just cry. Not yell, scream, get angry. Just cry. Need the other part. Need the other part. My Kool-Aid can't stay here. I feel like for those kind enough to stay with me, you've got to be able to see the whole doggone set built. I haven't picked up the plastic yet. Forgive my rear. Oh, come on. Come on. No. Accept it. Accept it. So they do in this set something that they did in at least the 1960s Bat Cave. No, I was gonna laugh if it just didn't fit. Aha! Oh! Almost hit my table. I have put a lot of weight on this table, then put my body weight. Almost got the whole thing. Oh. So it's not small. Honestly, you go, yeah, well, it's such and such feet wide, or such and such, like 2.5, and then you see it and you go, that's 28.5 inches. That's what 28.5 inches looks like. It's actually I haven't seen it together yet. I'm looking in the camera. It's not the best angle. I apologize. There'll be at least 2, if not more, videos about this set. Oh, I almost ate the floor because I almost got the whole table. Oh. But yeah, the variety of colors is really nice as well. It just doesn't have much to do with anything.
But what is nice is the roof just kind of continues its pattern. I wasn't sure if it was going to continue, if it was going to be an obvious start and stop. And there's a lot of details, of course, you guys know this because you saw me build it, but there's a lot of details that they didn't need to put into the set that they did. Yeah, I don't have picture or two on Discord. Yeah, we can make that happen. I mean, it'll be from my phone, but it'd be photographs instead of the way that I use my phone as a camera for this whole thing is using something called Video Ninja. I don't know if that's a good thing to use or a bad thing to use, but it's what I use. Which meant the whole thing was streamed. So it streamed from my phone to my computer and then streamed from there. I was convinced my computer would run out of bandwidth, and it did not. I'm not really in frame. I'm now realizing I need to be down here. There we go. Now I'm in frame. But you get it. I am right on. Now I'm on it. I don't have a small head. I have a big. I have a big brain holder, but not a big brain. So do with that what you will. And it makes me look like a kid. That's how big the set is. It makes me look like I'm a And of course I have that child wonderment as well. Hang on. Yeah. Well, I honestly the set can be rebuilt. I don't want to break the table. This was my grandmother's table. It's probably worth $20, but it's not like it can be replaced that I'm aware of. I mean, you can get another table, but I really don't want to break this. I grew up with this table. It was left to me, so I'd like to not break it. So this can be rebuilt. You know, this can also be rebuilt, but I don't want to break it. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy the show, but it's important to understand that they do things to overcomplicate the lore when they don't need to. And it's written like it's a modern show, and that's not something that everybody can accept. But I've watched multiple seasons of Arrow and multiple seasons of The Flash. Writing, good or bad, is really a second point to me. If I'm even slightly interested in the story, I'll be fine. Is my... Oh, no, I'm just streaming on my iPad at 480. Deary me. I upped it to 1080p, and it still looks like hot garbage. Is it that pixelated for you guys? Hang on. Wow, that looks awful. I thought it looked okay. I'll have you know that when you're about 6 feet away from your tiny screen on the monitor, it looks fine. Ugh. Oh yeah, that looks like garbage. I'm sorry. That's very zoomed in. Okay, yeah, I'll post pictures. I'm sorry. I was under the impression that was higher quality. I'm so sorry. Oh well. It would take me like 20 minutes to hook up the nicer camera, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get it all out. I will make videos of this. This was a waste of 5 minutes of your time. I apologize. I still want to get it together because, I mean, look, it's awesome. You do at least get the vibe of how good it looks. And how I mean, to give you an idea of how tall it is, even though it's blurry, I'm going to get out my 18-inch, that Pluto back there is 18 inches tall. I'm going to get him and set him next to... Oh, I stepped on a plug. That felt awesome. This set is so large. I knew it was big, but make sure that you... And I know it'll fit where I'm going to put it. But make sure, if you're looking to buy this set, that you've got 28.5 inches. and that you have 15 inches of height clearance. I mean, look. This is an 18-inch tall guy, and it's like nothing. I mean, he's a little squished now because he's a squishmallow. Man, that's soft. I always forget how soft that is. It's a big set. And they've done a couple of things that they didn't need to do. Like a full staircase. That wasn't necessary, but I'm glad they did it. I don't even know how you take the set apart, to be completely honest. Like, you can get some of it, but the roof is latched on. Okay, don't lean on the table. 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 What's amazing is how big the AT-AT, the $800 AT-AT, is that what we're talking about? Yeah. Well, if you want ASMR of me picking up bags, I can leave the stream going while I pick up this mess, which is just going to be me groaning and picking up bags. But a big thanks to Keely and Star and P47 and of course Mama and Deutsch. I'm trying to think of everybody that's been around a lot, and I feel like that covers almost everybody. Cal as well. I'm always leery to say names. There have been people who have stopped by and said hello, but they have not. Hang on, I can actually pick up the microphone. I can move this over here. There we go. But I think I've covered everybody. It's been with me the most of the time. And P47's been with me this whole time and has not been watching the stuff with us. He's just kindly been around. Yeah, Tim stopped by waiting for a train. Said he'd be back, but then he didn't make it back. What's crazy to me, I streamed 12 hours the first day, 8 hours the second day, 5 hours the third day, and I am at really I was done at 3.5 hours. On the fourth day. So if you take the 3.5 and add it to yesterday, that makes it 8.5. So if I'd gone 12 the second day, I could have had that. Not that I really wanted to go 12. And to be completely honest, my back is feeling the fact, my old man back is feeling the fact that I built a $6,000 set, or $6,000. Oh, could you imagine how many Lego $6,000 would be? A 6,000 piece set, in 4 days. But you know, I had fun building it, and I had a lot of fun spending the time with you guys. And Star can attest to this, and my family can attest to this too, because I mentioned it to them. Hope you guys are enjoying me crunkling these. Everybody that I spoke to. 60,000. Oh, that'd be a lot of Legos. That better be a to scale Star Destroyer. Oh, that would be so many. But I had a lot of fun building it, and I'll mention it because I'm going to review the set. I don't normally review sets, and probably about 8 people will watch it, but I'm going to review the set, which is going to talk about the build process, the build quality, the attention to detail, which, spoilers to you guys, is all way, way up there. I have a couple of qualms about just a couple of things that they did that don't make any sense to me. One of them, I'll just give you an example. The Frodo has 2 faces. Most of the characters have faces. Frodo has 2 faces, and the second face that he has is like the terrified face, which this is a Rivendell set. He's never anything but safe. Now release a time lapse. I don't know if there's only one angle that I feel like I could do a time lapse of, because every other angle I move up and down a lot. But I did have the one static angle, which was by design. I thought I could blow that up and it wouldn't look awful. But apparently, we're gonna have to figure that one out. Nonetheless, I do intend to do a time lapse of some variety. Yeah, you'll see 3 or 4 videos about this because I'm gonna do a figure comparison between the new ones and the old ones. But the secondary face that they gave Frodo doesn't make any sense because consequently he has a semi-serious face, and then there's the second face that doesn't make any sense to me. Little things, and I wouldn't bring them up if they hadn't done such an amazing job. Yeah, oh, that's right. It was when he was, well, okay. I guess he was technically brought to Rivendell in a poisoned state. So, I don't know. Still doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I still don't understand why they didn't copy the staff from the Lego Lord of the Rings game for Gandalf, especially when they did new molds for all these other weapons. Gandalf having a stick instead of a stick with a gem, unless, and I did not check, unless he has removed the gem when he's there. That's what Star's saying is because there wasn't a gem. So I don't wanna, because trust me, the comment section will let me know in an actual video. So I will very much. You did check? Okay, well then maybe it makes sense then. Because I presume that that's the reason they didn't give Gimli his battle axe, because he didn't use his battle axe in Rivendell. Plus, they were already going to do the mold for the one axe that he tried to break the ring with. It's a pretty set. It looks good. It's a good looking set. So if you're a Lord of the Rings fan or think the set looks pretty and have the space and the money and the time, the set came with 3 rings, because one's sitting there. I put one in the center, and Frodo's holding one. And I never lost. I lost all. I say lost weekly. But I've quote unquote lost every ring but one, which I've kept from the 2014, which it's the same everything, I think. So I know of, I have the 3 here, and then I know of where one other one is. So came with 3 rings, came with all 9 members of the Fellowship. The one big thing is that this Aragorn outfit does not exist anywhere else. Sorry, I got distracted because there was a big close-up of Elrond's face. And in 4K this close, it spooked me. This is the only time that Gandalf has come not with legs either at this point, so there is that comparison there. Of course, the hobbits all have the dual molded legs. I think that hadn't happened before, but don't quote me on that, because now at this point I'm going to be like, oh, I don't know anymore. No, he's got the gem. He has the gem in Moria. He has the gem in Moria, so I don't know where it goes. He must take it out when he's not using it. Okay, you get 2 additional elves that aren't Arwens. You have 4 elves really to live in Rivendell, and considering how very few elves you actually see in the Fellowship of the Ring, that actually makes a lot of sense. You've got glowing, but no additional men or dwarves or anything. But to be fair, at the scale that they've built this, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seats. Gimli's got to take up 1. Gandalf takes up 1. Frodo takes up 1. Aragorn, Legolas. I'm missing some. Boromir. Yeah, so you don't have any more seats than that. So I understand why they didn't include any more. That would make sense if he took it out when he isn't using it. Because I don't think it's in the staff. Now that I'm looking back, I don't think that it's in the staff when he's having his stick fight with Saruman either. I'll have to see. I'm not really going to complain that I have to rewatch The Fellowship again. Plus, I can just skip to different parts anyway. But it would have been nice. It would have been nice, especially since they included the extra pieces to have people look good while sitting. It would have been nice if they still. I'm still stuck. I'm still stuck on the. I'm still stuck on the gem. I want that staff type officially. I don't think I'm gonna give it those. But I don't think that I could give this anything but a 10 out of 10. There were certain aspects of the build that were tedious. But it's hard to argue with results. And the gazebo looks great, and the roof looks great, and the trees look good too, even though I was really getting sick and tired of that leaf mold because there's about 8 billion of them here. In fact, let me grab the instruction manual really quickly. I'm gonna tell you how many of those stupid leaf things I put. Stupid set. This stupidly cool set. It's in the back of the third book. No, not in the back of the third book. Excuse me. In the back of which book? One of these books has the part list. This is only the second set I've ever had where there's pages and pages of part lists. Okay. 15 of the light green leaf type. 3 golden leaves. Hang on, is this the entire set? Yeah. 12 more leaves. Where's the dark green ones? That's gonna be, and the yellow ones. Where's the yellow leaves? Not in any particular order here. Hang on, I thought this would be fast and easy. It has proven to be anything but fast and easy. 18 more leaves. Did it just feel like I handled a lot of them? Three yellow leaves. That's not true. This 72. There it is. 72 yellow leaves. Oh, the shingles. Yeah, okay. Well, all right. Let's see how many of each color of shingle there was. Although it's really hard to argue with the results of how good the shingles look. So 130 of the orange shingle. That feels right. 133 of the tan shingle, but I don't think there's 133 on the roof, just 133 of that part type. 95 of the green shingle. And that's just how many came in the set. I mean, bear in mind that there's a small pile of unused pieces. What's the blue? 97 of the blue. So, a lot of shingles. Whole lot of shingles. Just an uncomfortably large amount. And like I said, certain aspects of this build were tedious. But I have way better things to say about the build of this than the build of the Death Star that I did years and years ago when it was just gray, 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 black, gray, 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 brown, gray, 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 black for a little while, gray. It's just nice to use different colors. Not necessarily that the build itself was tedious, although it's a big ball, so. Oh, I don't even want to know what it was like to build the Death Star 2. I don't know what that's like, but I have a feeling it would be pretty extreme. But nonetheless, I appreciate you all. I thank you all for your time that you've spent with me. You made a build that would have taken and been a bit tedious and made it enjoyable. And for that, I'm very very grateful. So I'm gonna wrap up. Don't know if there'll be a stream on Saturday or not. A whole lot of shingles going on. I don't know. Again, I don't know if there's gonna be a Saturday stream or not. Probably, because that's the normal thing. Of course, the VODs will stay up on this channel forever. Just as part of Tommy Trials history, but we'll go back to more regularly scheduled normal things, which are typically going to be on Twitch from here. But I hope everybody has, if we don't see each other on Saturday, then we will we'll see each other on Monday then. But I appreciate your time, and you guys have a